Hi guys, good morning. I literally have my phone propped up on my daughter's clothes, like on my dashboard, being held up with my windshield. So if you see me like looking away and stuff, it's just because I'm focused on the road. I'm like at like stop and go traffic, so I'm not like on the freeway or anything. I'm okay, we're safe, we're good. Anyways, I wanted to talk about Amara's PICU stay. So she was actually admitted into pediatric intensive care unit on Thursday. She's been sick for like 4 weeks, and that's no joke. Like since the 2nd of December, we have been in and out of the hospital, seeing her doctor every like 3 days to get her nose sucked out because she is just super sick all the time. And then about a week ago, we found out that she has human metapneumovirus, which is basically just a cold that turns into HMVP, but that can turn into bronchiolitis, and she ended up getting that. And so we went in to the ER on, I want to say Tuesday. They did the nose swab, told us that she has the metapneumovirus, and they just sent us home, told us that it will get better. We just have to keep suctioning her nose out, giving her, like, filling the bathroom with steam, which we've been doing, and that's pretty much all we could do for her at the time. And then I took her to her doctor the next day, so Wednesday, and she told us to try Afrin. Afrin is not for babies, it is for adults. And so she told us it's okay that when kids come in with super bloody noses or anything, they fill a gauze ball like with Afrin and they stick it up their nose and it just drains everything out. So she figured if we tried Afrin, one spray a day for 3 days, maybe it would just clear everything out. So we did. We tried it Wednesday night. Thursday morning at 1 a.m. I like wasn't sleeping because she was breathing weird, and I just wasn't gonna fall asleep like with her having all of that. So it was about 1 a.m. where she started to kind of like breathe weird. Like I was watching her chest and it was kind of going in and out. And then 30 minutes later, she just completely stopped breathing, turned straight purple. I picked her up, I ran her to the bathroom, I turned the shower on, was like super hot to get steam going. I suctioned out her nose, and then she just turned bright red and started screaming, crying. And I was like, okay, well, at least she's breathing. So we rushed her to the hospital. We took her to a different hospital than we took her the like 2 nights before, because this hospital is literally 30 seconds away from my house. So we rushed her to the ER, but the same doctor was there that saw her downtown a couple nights before. And he came in, he looked at her and said, she looks 10 times worse than she looked the night before, and she needs to be admitted. So we run a bunch of tests. The NICU team comes down, gets an IV in her, does stuff, and then they're like, yeah, we need to take her to PICU now. So we have transport come, they rush us to PICU. PICU puts feeding tubes in, starts running tests, gets antibiotics going, and she was doing a lot better at that point, like after all of that. And so we had a feeding tube put in. I was pumping every hour and feeding her on demand. I don't do the wait 3 hours to nurse or whatever. I don't have my babies on that kind of schedule. I feed on demand. Whenever they're hungry, they eat. So I continued that while I was pumping, and her getting 90 mils through her feeding tube every 3 hours. So she was eating pretty much every hour because she was finally starting to feel better, so she was just eating as much as she could. And then we were also doing the 90 mils in her feeding tube. And if I couldn't pump 90 mils in those 3 hours, which when she would eat, she would like eat as much as milk as I had, and then she would stop, and I was also having to try and like produce enough milk to also pump 90 mils for those 3-hour feeds. Well, I couldn't always do it, so we supplemented with some formula for only 2 of the feeds, which is really good considering how long we were there and how often she had to eat. But that formula like ruined her. I swear it made her more sick than her actually like being sick. But after a couple days, we got to bring her home, and she's doing really good now. We actually just got done at her doctor's appointment, and he said that the 16-hour culture that they took for the virus shows that she has an infection in her lungs, and so she's gonna have to be on antibiotics for a little bit and then go back in. And we're still doing suctioning at her doctor's office. She doesn't need to be on oxygen anymore, which is really nice, because every time that we'd go to the doctor, we'd hook her up to the oxygen machine just to help her regulate her breathing and stuff. But she's home, she's okay. We're so excited that she's home for Christmas, because we didn't know if she was going to be. But she is home for Christmas, and she's doing a lot better. She's still having like a little bit of trouble breathing, especially at night, because during the day we hold her like constantly, or she's propped up in her swing, and so it's a lot easier for her to breathe while she's upright. But at night, when she's laying on her back, it just all like drains, and so they're also worried about like all of that fluid and stuff draining back and her getting an ear infection. So we have to just kind of watch out for that. But otherwise, she's doing really good. They said it's nothing that we could have prevented. We have a 6-year-old that's in kindergarten, and he's pretty much just gonna bring everything possible home. Our kids are just gonna be sick for a while. It just sucks that our newborn baby was kind of born in the midst of it all. But she's doing really good. I'll insert some pictures like right now of our PICU stay, ambulance ride, kind of just all of it. It's been going on for a while, so I have a lot of videos of us up at like 2 a.m. sitting in steam shower, or sitting in our bathroom with a bunch of steam, because that's what really helps her, and she just loves the sound of the water. So yeah, I'll insert all of that, but thank you guys so much for watching. I plan, okay, well, we did good for a little bit. I plan to upload at least once a week on like Wednesdays, but hopefully 2 times a week, maybe like Sunday and Wednesday or something. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll upload the videos now. Hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.